Roll out of here. Trash day in the hood tomorrow. Don't forget, put your stuff out. All right, we got a pick set. Here we go. We got to take it. There we go. Don't worry about a thing, baby. Set that pick. Set that pick. Man, I wish I still played basketball. All right, we're rolling in. It's coffee time. Learn to love it. Yeah, I'm a couple of minutes early. What's going on, Jennifer? How you doing? Be right back. Hello, Ma Teresa. Yeah, I'm probably a couple minutes early, Kelly. People see the badge on the shirt, they get all shook, you know, because it's a shaky world, guys. It's a shaky world. Let's go someplace where we can be cool. Hello, Callie Mo. How are you, sweetie? And we've got somebody, first time ever, Vinyl Gorilla Records. Well, be keeping in a close eye on that one. Our spidey senses are through the roof, but as it is with fishing, we let out plenty of lines so we don't lose the fish. Oh, Ron, be careful. Here we go. We're in the melee. Ain't no way I'm riding a bike tonight. Bus wanted to hit me from behind. Really? Let's see what's going on down Tom Space's favorite street here. We'll head down Roberts Avenue. Let's see what we got down here. Let's see what we got, boys. Let's see what we got. It's awful quiet down here. Where's that Lincoln? Oh, there it is. Man, uh-oh. What do we got? Oh my. What's going on? We got somebody eating dirt down here? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Are we like eating dirt today? What are we doing? There's somebody lost the wheels on their wheelchair there. I don't know, it's like big wheels. I guess somebody took them for a bike. I don't know. Pretty quiet back here at Pacific Shoring today. This used to be a heck of a manufacturing operation here. Yeah, somebody took the back wheels off that wheelchair. Yeah, hello everybody, welcome aboard. Please hit the thumbs up button. It is Tuesday night, the dog days of summer. Things are shaky. I know, I get a lot of people writing me. When are we going to talk about what's going on in the world? We haven't talked about the economy or anything. You have asked, and I have heard. Let's not get T-boned. Boom. Here we go. Hello, Amanda. What's going on? Yeah, they're selling that property. I'll be darned. 1.75 acres. Multi-family development. I can't imagine what kind of toxins are in the ground. Well, I don't got a lot of input. I mean, it's just, I just got too many people requesting. We just don't talk about it, right? So we'll spend a little time. Man, I love those vets. And I'll tell you, we had the city of Santa Rosa out working on the sewers today. And I'm going to tell you guys, they dropped a charge down that sewer line. And it was the loudest explosion I ever heard in the neighborhood. It sounded like somebody strung like 10 M80s together and lit them. I could not believe it. I guess that's one way to clear a line, right? Because as soon as that explosion was over, they all took off. So I don't know what was going on, but man, that thing was loud. It really shook me up. It takes a lot to get me shook up in the neighborhood on account of everything, but that explosion was loud and powerful. Yeah, I don't know what they did. They put something in that line. Somebody must have had a big dump or something and just had it fossilized or something. They had to explosively remove it. That was so loud. Hey, NH. Kaboom! What's up, Cindy? Yeah, I was doing something else in the kitchen and that went off. That almost brought me to my knees. That was so loud. Yeah, I don't know, something fossilized or something. I don't know what happened, but my goodness, they needed to bring out the once every 100 jobs, they got to dynamite it or something. I'm doing good, Kelly. How are you doing? 3 weeks post-op, I'm doing okay. Get some dirty work. Well, you know, it's a noble profession. You know, nobody likes to work around toilets. Most of all, you saw me in Las Vegas having to cut tile around and do all the cleanup and put down code base molding. Ain't no fun to get your head down there. But, oh, you didn't sleep till 4 a.m. Well, I'm going to tell you, Kelly, a couple ideas for you. All right. Number one, do you have any emotional angst or anything that's weighing on your mind? Have you broken up with a boyfriend or anything of that nature? All right, that's the first thing I'll ask. All right, do you have something that's weighing heavy on your mind? Okay, so that's good. That's the best. That's the best of all. That's the easiest one to deal with. So what you have, honey, is let me ask you this: what time do you get up in the morning? I mean, I know you work. You work at like a child care center or something like that, right? My legs move all night and I'm going to the bathroom 10 times a night. Well, going to the bathroom is highly unusual, especially for a female. That's for starters, because I don't think you have a prostate, right? So I think that's going to be the issue. It sounds like you have restless leg syndrome, and unfortunately, when you have something like restless leg syndrome, every night you go to bed, you're anticipating the restless leg syndrome beginning, and therein lies the big problem. It's the anticipatory feature of that. It captivates your mind as you are sleeping. Now, if you have trouble going to sleep, you may be getting too much sleep. Okay, that could be another possibility. The thing that you try to do is to try to stay up for a full 24-hour cycle, so by the time the next night comes around, there's no doubt that you will sleep, right? There ain't a doubt in the world, because you'll be tired. And I don't know if you've ever tried what the hell happened to this thing? I don't know if you have ever tried or tried melatonin. I don't even know if it's legal in there. I'm going for a scope next week at a new urologist I found. And I don't know. Do you drink a lot? Yeah, 5 milligram didn't work. Okay, there you go. Well, I can tell you one thing. If you have to get up 10 times at night, that's very disruptive to sleep. I hate it at 3 o'clock every night. I got to get up and right? And slink back to bed. It's all right in summertime, but wintertime, we don't ever put the heat on, so it's a bird of a different feather in wintertime. So Kelly, it could be a psychosomatic issue now. In other words, it could just be psychologically with reinforcement or whatever on that. But it sounds, what's going on, Robbie? Not much. Get into a few things. I'm gonna take it out of the van, or just be careful. Once you go down that path, you're already treading into abnormal territory in terms of treating. Hey Brad, how you doing? Thank you. So you want to try to be as normalized as possible in what you're doing, and once you start to crutch yourself up, on that kind of stuff, then it's very, very difficult. Up every 2 hours. We all drink a lot of water or something. Is Epsom salt? I don't know. I've never used it before, honey. I've never had restless leg syndrome. If I did, I would want to get up and kick somebody's ass or something. I don't know. So I don't know. Hey, how you doing? Magnesium. I always take my magnesium. Hey Kathy, how you doing? 500 milligrams religiously every day. Religiously. So otherwise, I'm kind of at a loss. It's very frustrating. I remember years ago working in a medical clinic when people presented with restless leg syndrome. There was something that, I don't know what it was, Wellbutrin or something that they would give people to, I don't know. I don't think anything ever gave really good results. Yeah, the arm's feeling okay today. It's still hard, if you can believe it. It's still got a knot of really tight tissue around there. The only pain I have is on my side, so I was a little worried if I go over on a bike or something on the bike ride, if I tear this thing out on the side, my guts might actually slip out on the ground, and then I have to pick them up and stick them back in, and we know how that's going to go. So I decided to kind of take it easy tonight. I'm feeling real good today. Kind of had a touch of, kind of not an upset stomach, but a little bit of diarrhea, which is very unusual. Not to give you too much information, but could be because I used some eggs that were like 3 months old this morning or something. No, they can't stay still and that's what you gotta put over. Yeah, I'm supposed to take it easy I'm supposed to take it easy for the first month, so we got one more week and I should be all right. Yeah, I'm okay. You know, you eat old food from the fridge. It's like, right? It's like a day on the Salmonella Express, right? I hope your vacation's gone well, Cindy. I'm COVID positive. Somebody at my church, our pianist, was COVID positive. There's a lot of COVID going around right now. All right, there's a lot of COVID, especially surging in California. Bar of lavender soap. Oh, okay. Um. Oh, jeez. It's always something. What's up, Alex? How you doing? Yeah, it's big here in California. It's the Eve. It's the Eve variety. 3 month. Oh yeah. I'm not a big egg eater, so it's like I probably got a rotten egg this morning. I cooked up some of the little cocktail wieners. They were good, but the egg might have been a little fishy. I don't know. Right. So you know me. I mean, I got a pretty indestructible gut. I came to Vegas and got COVID on my third day. Been trapped. Oh wow, Mookie! Holy smokes, terrible. Well, it's the monsoon season down there. Yeah, it's gross, but it is what it is, right? Waste not, want not. Oh, boy. Oh, man, these people are driving the most clapped out vehicles, man. Everything's falling apart like a Beverly Hillbillies truck or something. I'm enjoying some nice breezes. I didn't feel real motivated. I don't know, Kelly. I don't know, honey. Wake me up when it's playoff time. Pharmacist said it's pretty bad here, right? I get packed. I had an unhealthy. I hardly get a moment's peace in the hood these days. I got more crackheads on my front street. Keep your drawers on, Queen. All right. I don't know what I got on my pants here. They're dirty. Take it as entertaining. So Kelly, if I were you, I would just pull an all-nighter. That way you're assured to sleep the next night. Ever feel like moving? Nah, where would I go, right? Only thing I'd do is go to Vegas and live at the Dragon Motel and be a personal secretary to Father Career, right? That's about all I would do. I'd be schlepping paperwork all day. Royals just started. Oakdale. Check if eggs are good, they will sink. Yeah, I didn't sink. I just opened them in the pan and just cook them away, baby. Cook them away. Come to Oakdale. It's too hot for me all the time, honey. I'm spoiled by this this marine layer that comes in at night. Just makes it nice. But I like it out there. I like the town a lot. Moved to collar and repair vintage amps for the wealthy. Yeah, not many people do that. I mean, the stock of vintage stuff is fast disappearing. everybody's enamored with all this black plastic crap today that they get at Best Buy and all that. So only people with really refined taste go for the beauty and panache of the golden age. All right. Oh yeah. Let's hit the thumbs up button if you're coming in. So Kelly, I hope that resolves. I guess if I was to get in bed at 4 o'clock, I would just stay up all night and then get so tired that you get one. Just try to get on a regular cycle. That's a gassy grandma. I wonder what the new Priuses are going to look like for 2024. I don't know. Still pretty darn good car, right? Please, dude. All right, well, let's move forward. We saw the president was multiple, I don't know how many counts indictment down in Georgia, and this time a lot of co-conspirators, quote, went in, people like Giuliani, a couple women, I don't know, but meddling with the Georgia returns for 2020. I have no idea how that's going to play out, guys, but the amount of legal stuff is just, it's like, in school when you would have pile on, there'd be one person, everybody would get in there with their fists and get a couple shots, free shots in and stuff, and it's like, I don't know how many court cases are going to be going on simultaneously now, like 4, something like that, so I have no idea. That in itself is pretty weird. Yeah, 10 indictments, yeah, I can smell the heat. I love my Pioneers and Sansuis. I love my Fishers and my Marantzes. I like all my stuff, my Sonys, my HKs, my HH Scotts, my Dynacos, Pioneers, Kenwoods, I love it all. Hi Shimei. So, people have been asking me, do I think that he's going to be found guilty of something? I guess the more spaghetti you throw at the wall, the more something's going to stick. All right, especially when you have to be tried in the District of Columbia, and then maybe in a very split Georgia and all that. It's going to be, jury selection is going to be very, very difficult. So I don't know how it's going to turn out. Right? We're in uncharted waters in this country. We have 2 candidates that neither of them anybody really wants. When I was wondering where I worked, they asked me, so many clapped out vehicles here. I think everybody wants to see, they're probably working very hard to tell Biden to just drop out of the race, or just, just finish out your term with dignity and let somebody young and attractive take over. No, I don't think RFK Jr. is going to cut it. He looks like kind of a nut job to me when all is said and done. I mean, the further down you go into Kennedy's, the rotten fruit down there, the worse it is. Some dynasties you just wish would just disappear. This show just how afraid they are not to like that many words on the line. He said, voting that. Go down. Yeah, I don't think a president needs to immediately rush into a couple words are always welcome. No, I don't think Trump, or I don't think people, I don't know, RFK just wouldn't go down well on the Republican Party, I don't think. Hi, Vicky. Hope you're feeling better, sweetie. I really don't know. I just know the legal entanglements are severe, and I think Georgia is a special case because Georgia really took their time, and they really, you don't bring somebody to trial unless you really have an idea that you're going to win. So we'll just see how it plays out. August 25th, he has to surrender by then. Trumpets love RFK. I don't know. Doesn't mean anything to the heartland, right? It's just two people that I never would have imagined, two names that anybody in down south would have ever voted for in my lifetime. Was a Yankee from New York City and another Yankee from roots go back to Massachusetts, and these Southerners are falling all over this. I've never in my life seen anything like it. Somebody's gonna flatten this guy over here tonight. I mean, I don't see what people see in either party, right? I mean, I don't see what people see in Biden. I don't see what people see in Trump that's so attractive. And all that Biden's probably being staged managed at this point in his political career by other people. Other people would always have to clean up his mistakes and give excuses for it. And Trump just seems like just a populist. All just vague promises and no idea what he would do in there. I mean, that's as truthful as I can be because I'm a right down the middle person. Nobody knows my affiliation or anything. But I'm just saying that's as clear as I can see it, observing from the 50-yard line. That's what it looks like to me. It's just a really bad brew. You got Kamala Harris in the wins, and that's that's as Biden gets older, and if they think that she might be the president. What could happen if Trump goes to can get in work release to turn and what? And I don't know. We're in uncharted ground here. I don't know if I don't know. We have uncharted ground. I don't know if a felon can be elected. I'm not sure. Right? But I know you're going to have a hard time in the District of Columbia and a hard time in Georgia, right? With trying to get impartial jurors down there. So it's all going to be a mess. I just hope people stay calm because it's history in real time. Because there's bigger fish to fry out there, much bigger. Oh, wow. I just want to know what the hell they grabbed their volunteers in the office. I don't know. I'm not really so concerned about that, but I look at what's really going on in the world, and today as I'm coming to you tonight, we have interest rates at 4.22%. We are so close to taking out the interest rate high of October of 2022. Okay, now if that gets taken out, that tells you we have much higher interest rates ahead, and things are already starting to get a little shaky. China cut their interest rates today. The whole property sector is imploding. All the property development countries. Hey, Mona Chichi, all the property development companies in China are all blowing up. The construction's really poor. They call them tofu buildings because you can literally just pull right, it's like they're made of tofu and stuff. The construction quality is so poor. And there's going to be a lot of repercussions for moving into the banking sector there. There's going to be failure banks. And the Chinese are going to have to decide, do we bail people out or do we keep our money that we have, and just tell you guys, go take a long walk off a short pier. That's your problem, right? So you can expect to see protests. The Chinese have decided to stop posting unemployment numbers for young people because they're just so bad. Nobody's really hiring. So you don't want to have a core of spoiled young people, which is what you have in China today. They become kind of like Portlanders, right? They start to get itchy and start to, there's only so much they're going to want to take in that situation. So that's something that I'm keeping a really, really close eye on, and that's why it's always worth looking at the South China Morning Post, which is probably the closest thing to a semi-independent newspaper that you'll get over in associated with China. They pretty much tell the truth over there. So I don't know what the latest one's. Garden property development, beautiful garden property development. I think they owe like I don't know, 134 billion or some crazy ass number. So the fallout is going to be worldwide, because it looks to me, guys, like all of this debt mountain is starting to get ready to topple over here. I don't know how it happened when we're so far into this recovery that we're piling up such a massive budget deficit on a monthly basis, even taking into account all the taxes that were paid in April and May. I scratch my head and wonder what is going on, and then I realize that they're having to pay higher interest rates to roll over all the debt that we owe in this country. Well, I don't know about Ukrainian. That's a whole nother set of issues. That continues to ramp up, and pretty soon we're at risk of having a straight-out conflict there on the Black Sea at the Crimean Peninsula, which will harken back to the Crimean War of the 1850s. I don't know when people thought it was imperative to start giving people concerts from their vehicles. I don't know. You might want to have cash. Cash is, we're in a very short-term money rates are touching the ceiling. I mean, they're right up at 5.28% for 30-day paper. So 4.22% for 10 years. So there's definitely things are tightening there, and there's no indication that there's any loosening in sight. So this is definitely going to take a toll on the car market and for the housing market. Problem with the housing is everybody's got a sweetheart deal, so nobody wants to sell. So the thing that's going to force people to sell is when they begin to have to sell because they lose their jobs because of layoffs. And then you can't tell your bank, I don't want to sell because I have a good interest rate. Your bank tells you, hey, that's all well and good, but you know what? It's our house and not yours, and we decide what we're going to do. And we're not a real estate company, right? We're a bank, so there it is. We're going to put it up for sale, right? So everybody sits there so smugly thinking, oh, I won't get laid off, or, I don't have to do anything. Yes, you do. Yeah, you may not want to sell, but you might have to sell. That's a big difference. And when the forced sales start to hit the market, that's when it's going to exert a lot of leverage on the rest of the stuff. We already got first-time claims for employment edging up to the 240,000 level, something around there. About 1 million people a month are applying for the current rate for unemployment, the first-time claims for unemployment. So there's a lot of moving parts here. Meanwhile, people continue to spend money, but, how are they buying? They're still buying. Amazon is 40% of the retail index in America. So when they report retail sales in a month, 40% of that index is Amazon, and probably 25% is Walmart. So they're the two that are really benefiting from what's going on. But when I see stuff on street level down here, and it might be different because Amanda Hug and Kiss is in a different area in Atlanta, but I don't see anything new opening here. That's why I was really surprised the old Toad in the Hole pub reopened as some type of British pub. Probably the same old owners or something, but I don't know. We're very dependent on low interest rates in this in this country. So I don't know what a mortgage is now. I think we're probably above right around 7% for a mortgage now. So it's you start getting in because under the rule of 72s, you take the interest rate divided into the number of years, and that tells you how, if you take 7 into like 10 years or something, you're doubling your interest is doubling that debt every 7 years or so. Vinyl started some ruckus. So it's I was just getting all these letters about my Social Security, and most of the stuff I'm getting is just check here if you understand the potential solvency issue of the Social Security system. Check here. I acknowledge that I've read them. And I'm like, wow, right, okay. Just when I come, right, it's like Oliver Twist. Sorry, no more gruel. What's up, Joni? A good friend then bought some new furniture financing. Well, they must be paying a heck of an interest rate, especially on furniture, which doesn't appreciate in value. Borrowing money on depreciating assets is it's required, but like cars and all that. But you do get some utility out of that. But I don't know. Boy, it's like Zombie Nation down here tonight. Hello 71, how are you? So that's something we need to be aware of. We're about, I think what did I tell you guys? 4.31% was the peak of October of 2022. That's the last time that the 10-year that was the highest peak, and we're 10 basis points below that. So if we do take that out, that'll be a big sign that the trend of interest rates is going to continue upward here, and there will be implications. Now, if you're a saver, your ship has finally come in, right? Thank you, Vicky. If you're a saver, your ship is finally coming in. If you got money in the bank, you keep it short. You're rolling it over 4, 5%. Easy. Even if you bought the I-bonds a year ago, you can cash them in now. No state or local tax. Take your winnings and go into the bank and get your short-term CDs and enjoy life. There aren't a lot of people that have cash though, so that's why we're so doggone short of it. Today, I'll just give you guys another heads up. This week, starting last Thursday, Friday, and then yesterday and today, the banks have been under real pressure here. Okay, and there's only one reason that banks are under pressure. Okay, and it's not because interest rates are going up. It's because commercial real estate is blowing up on their books. All right, all those office towers in Manhattan that nobody's sitting in, all of the shopping malls that are empty, all the stores, all the retail that's empty. You got to understand, see, retail was very fragmented in this nation. It was very Main Street until about 15 years ago, right? When Amazon and Walmart online and then the online presence started to change the whole game. So commercial real estate is it's a millstone around the neck of banks, and it's a huge part of their portfolio, especially when you get down to like regional banks and stuff like that. That's where they make most of their money. Who benefits from higher interest rates? Savers do, right? People that have cash become the winners. You remember, we just came out of a 40-year period where cash was trash. Now, as things continue to tighten up, it's going to be a case where cash becomes king now, because there's not a lot out there. And if you're if you're a real estate developer and your real estate is underwater, ain't nobody want to see you walk in the door of the bank. They'll put the close sign up and hide under their desks, right? You guys open? They don't want to see you coming through the door. I need some more money. Get the hell out of here. We're going to cut our losses on this crap. So that's what's wrong with New York City. Plus, they dumped all the immigrants into there, and it's like, what is it, 20, they're going to have a $20 billion budget deficit or something down there. So you see what's happening? Everybody needs money. Everybody needs to borrow, right? The government we're running a budget deficit, I don't know, 30, I don't know what it is, something crazy. I don't even know what the projected budget deficit is going to be. Our fiscal year's coming to it. We're in a new fiscal year. I don't know what it's going to be. It's probably going to be $700 billion to $1 trillion. It just is, as interest rates go up, it's like the snake that just starts closing around. That means government needs to put more money towards paying pensions and stuff and less money towards services that taxpayers benefit from. Right? You saw poor Hawaiian Electric 2 days in a row. They shot that dog. What is it, like $12 a share now? It used to be 38. Right, and then the fires, that'll be brought to the lawyers will gut that company. And the ratepayers of Hawaii will be saddled just like the ratepayers out here from PG&F with much higher rates. So it's not a very likable scenario right now. So if I had anything to do with like regional banking and all that, I'd blow all that crap out. Plus, I think a lot of the AI is kind of blown its wad too. I think some people are starting to realize a little bit of AI goes a long way, right? And the real trick with AI is applications to AI. It's not developing the software, it's just telling people how to use it to improve their businesses. Good afternoon, Barbara. There's a hot wind. Remember to drink water. It's, honey, it's 83 and delightful right here. I'm just enjoying a cup of coffee and just hanging out and chatting a bit. It's been kind of I've thought I might ride tonight, but I just don't feel well enough to be on a bike yet and pedaling. Yeah, I look like I'm working. This is why I get a lot of respect when I walk around now. They think I'm Sonoma County Sheriff's Department. Hey, Maggie. So I think as interest rates go up, of course, that becomes a magnet that draws more and more money from the hands of from stocks and things like that as more people go for the safety. They're talking about a 3% raise. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get much more raise because inflationary pressures are pretty resolved. Don't hit my van. Thank you. And you saw Argentina devalued their peso. Moscow devalued their ruble. It's 100 to the dollar now. So it's money's going to get much dearer here. Good evening, James. Much dearer. Thank you, James. I hope you're well too. It's kind of I wish I felt better right now. I feel pretty good, but I'm just surprised I'm not further along right now. But it's been 3 weeks. Vegas is going to be a nice break coming up, even if I'm working down there and stuff. It's going to be a nice break, nice change of venue. It's going to be hot balling down the road, but that's the way it is. Right? Hopefully. Yeah, I'll get there, Kelly. Thank you, sweetie. But I don't know, guys. I just think this is still going to be a year to remember coming up. I stick by that. Oh, don't just ride your bike into the car. Good, good. What are we doing? So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. That's kind of the way I see things. There's a lot of moving parts right now. There's so much going on with devaluation, and then China cut their interest rates. Today. The most aggressive rate cut in years over there. I don't see anything that's going to turn that around because they're just not sustained enough to grow their economy internally. We're going to war only with Democrats. Well, I don't know. Hey, Starbeam, I'll defer on the war thing. I don't feel that. I feel no competence at all in that regard. I just feel like a direct clash is almost reaching the point of inevitability with the Russia. China's banks are in huge trouble. Huge trouble. Hey, Basic Bob, because property development, places like Hong Kong and stuff, that's the whole core of their prosperity. Right? Hong Kong is a huge financial hub. But when the Chinese took over, they wanted to de-emphasize that and just make it, a second-tier financial center. Well, that has implications. You don't have the expat flow in China, the number of people that want to work in China. 5 years ago, everybody and his mother wanted to work in China, right? Big money. Now people can't get out of there. It's like the back of their drawers are on fire. They can't get out of there fast enough. So that has big implications. There's just a lot of big, heavy ocean wave movement going on in the finance world right now. So the implications of that are probably going to be pretty wild. So it almost sets up like a classic future of tremendous social instability. How much do you attribute to the U.S. and China decoupling? I think that's a part of it. Well, I don't really care about a chip. I mean, it doesn't really bother me how you pay. I don't care about a chip or anything like that. But I'm more concerned about before that would ever reach a point of ever being widespread. It would just be only an authoritarian regime could put that through. A judge in this, a man can keep his license plates. It said, "Go back to." Go back to California, you mofos. James, I go crazy when I think about the number of people in not just in California, but Idaho and Utah and other places that descended onto Las Vegas. It just puts a really heavy quality of life issue up for grabs in the future down there. They can turn off your chip if you don't follow. Well, good luck getting a chip in, right? I mean, yeah, I got a real chuckle out of that. I've had real issues with that. I mean, obviously the West is under tremendous pressure with lack of rainfall. And what do you think of about buying property? I don't think it's a good time to buy property right now. Deflation is never a good time to buy property. There's too much debt outstanding right now that's just never going to be paid. Okay? And once they start tumbling, then they really become like dominoes. And then I don't have the confidence that our government and our Treasury Secretary and our Federal Reserve Chairman, I don't think that they have the chops, the financial chops to even understand what's going on, much less work their way out of that. The death of the global economy. Well, there'll always be economy out there, but how much can be sustained? That's the really big question. People here what is it they said? 70% of people live paycheck to paycheck in this country. So if that, hey, what's up, PC? So if that, if we start to crumble on the job front, then you have very leveraged lives here, quite similar to the 1920s when people were when buy on credit was a new thing, and people took advantage of that ability and bought expensive radios and early washing machines and refrigerators and irons and right. No, I don't think it's been planned. I think the greed of humanity is, we don't need any help for planning things. People's natural nature is their worst enemy. Right? No government could ever hope to marshal the forces to ever conspire to do something like this. Only people in their most grossest greed can create these situations. You consider the 1920s, and then you look at today. We have 1920s, you had 10% of the people with 90% of the wealth. You have the same situation today. Right? You have equity markets at their most historically overpriced of all time, with no reasonable comparison in the history of the world to how overpriced things are right now. You have interest rates rising, so it's just, and you have failure spreading overseas. The exact was written about it. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. They might write about it, but it doesn't mean that anybody consented to be a part of it. It wasn't planned, Bonnie. It wasn't planned. The person who wrote best about it was Ronald Reagan in his 1965 address. You want to hear something much more to the point. There's no way that the United Nations together would ever conspire to do anything that wasn't in the national interest of the nations. Russia would never agree. China would never agree. Japan would never agree. No nation would willingly turn over sovereignty to the United Nations any more than any nation turned over sovereignty after World War I with the League of Nations. All right. Yeah, that Ronald Reagan speech, that's much more to the point. It shows people being their worst enemy. Wanting more breaks, no student loan repayments, right? More cheap housing, more subsidized housing, more medical care, more Medicare costs, more Medicaid costs, more. As I've said before, and I've never had anybody dispute me, we live in the most Marxist nation in the history of the world right now. We have government involved in every single aspect of life, from medical care to daycare to schools. New York State unveiled their new curriculum for 2023. And it said now if anybody has any gender questioning in classes or things like that, teachers and staff, administrators are specifically told by rules not to alert parents to what's going on. In other words, you can do everything except tell the parents what's going on with the kid. Whatever the kid's inclinations are, whatever you can no longer share that with the parents aren't entitled to know. Hey, Magical. Now that's a very scary time, and that's one of the notable aspects of communism. There is when you tear families apart and pit them against each other. That was Karl Marx's ultimate dream, was to have the family unit torn apart. Thus, when communism took over in China, the first thing that they did was teach children to rat out their parents. All right, and we had the whole things like the Cultural Revolution and things like that, where children would bear witness against their parents, parents would bear witness against their children, husbands would turn wives in, wives would turn husbands, grandparents would turn, it's because of the fear factor. So we're seeing the same thing right now. This government's involved in every aspect of everybody's economic life, of their medical life, of their education life. All right. So that's just the way I see it. You don't have to call yourself communist to be communist. All right. All you have to do is adopt the principles that are used. And therefore, I don't see a situation where that reverses, because ironically, we come to a point where things start to weaken, and instead of pushing against it, people demand more government, until it finally reaches a day where it says, we can't do any more for you. We're tapped. We don't have the resources. And then, brother, you better be careful on the streets. All right? You think January 6th of 2021 was a big shindig? That's a preview of coming attract. Yes, of course, both parties are equally to blame. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Of course I do, Joni. I'm looking forward to fall when the weather gets cool to modeling it. It sounded like his idealism made his... Poor Ronnie's got to hear so much crap up in Wisconsin. Right. Now, people have talked about things like manufacturing returning to the United States. That's all well and good, right? But you know what the bottom line is? You need the knowledge base to do that. And if you saw the latest report on school scores post-pandemic, we have gone backwards in time to almost before public education began in terms of the performance of people. Plus the lost work ethic of people, right? These are things that we never imagined that we would see in my lifetime, was where work would ever be something that would be optional, or some tomfoolery like social media would suck more people in to try to be social media influencers and all that. So, it's... You don't even know where to begin to analyze that. Yeah, just the work ethic, because look, let's be real. Let's be freaking honest, okay? If somebody number one, the working print, never underestimate the laziness of human beings, okay? That's always a good bet. People have no natural inclination to be industrious. That's why some people get ahead in life, and some people end up watching reruns of Maury and Divorce Court and Jerry Springer, right? It's like a wide subset of people. All right. Big difference. Okay, so when you take that natural inclination towards laziness and you combine that with I don't know how many people are making money on OnlyFans now and stuff. I mean, I don't even know how corrupted things are, right? So they're getting the money from somewhere, all right? So I don't know. As the number of businesses continues to accelerate and shutting down, then we've seen. I don't see any hiring signs around anymore, right? You know what I mean, Bob? I used to go to every fast food place would be hiring. I don't see the hiring signs anymore. Maybe Home Depot and places like that are still, I don't know. But around here, I've noticed many fewer hiring signs. So once management begins to get the upper hand, it's going to be a whole different story. They're already exerting pressure through Amazon and other companies to get back into the office. But they find out when you give something, it's very hard to get that back. And I said 3 years ago when the pandemic began, I said the worst fallout of this pandemic will be the toll it takes on offices. Okay, I talked about how real estate, you've already hit the maximum number of office space that'll ever be required. And now it'll just be scaling down, scaling down. You look at places like New York. I mean, who in the hell wants to ride the subway? Right? Getting off work at 8 o'clock if you work at Goldman Sachs and somebody slices your throat or something. I mean, come on. Or you got immigrants falling out of everywhere. Truck is having 9 yellow center. Yeah, we got a yellow freight line near us. The volumes are going down because we're choking on it, so much stuff right now. That's why Target's been hit so bad. I received epidemiology of the local Native American STD genders and a free gift card. I got no comment on that, PC. I wouldn't even know where to begin commenting on that, right? I just like, wow. It's just the most ridiculous stuff. Yeah, we had jobs. I mean, which we fought to get that first job. And I don't want to say all young people, because some young people are getting after it and stuff and doing it, but I don't know. It's kind of weird though. It's survey on STD. What's your favorite STD? Check here. Let's see. I'll take 2 from column A: gonorrhea and syphilis, and I'll take crabs from column. Yeah, cook up some crabs. Oh man. I started then when, yeah, I mean, because James, you're inclined to work. You grew up, you never expected anything from anybody. So I think one of the worst aspects of, I think, is going to come up is intergenerational war, where young people will come to see, older people is the problem, and there'll start to be a natural inclination towards, let's just say, intense dislike. Yeah, the gender questions. Yeah, figure out when we can't even define what a man and a woman is, we're pretty much cast adrift at sea. Right? Celebrate good times. Come on. Do 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 do. So the politics stuff of Biden and Trump, it just puts a bad. It's just like putting garlic on top. It's like putting garlic powder on top of a birthday cake. Yeah, he's a boomer. I mean, it's going to be worse because, boomers basically control the wealth, whatever there is on paper right now, which can evaporate like that. But whatever they perceive, right? People, one of the capital human vices is envy and, right, and jealousy and envy. So that always has to play out somewhere. So you can imagine that. And then, of course, corporations will be the enemy, and greed, and this guy, and then all the scandal comes out. This guy did this guy cooked the books over here, and made it look like we had a profit. We were losing our ass. Sorry, guys, we're out of business. What? Right? That puts more fuel on the fire of socialism and communism. Hey, Dave. Why you got to get out there, guys. You got to enjoy a nice warm breeze once in a while, a nice sunset, a good laugh, good time with a friend. You really need that once in a while. You got to get your head out of this stuff. Yeah, where's Ronnie with my disclaimer, chick? How you doing? Ronnie's kind of dipping down on a job here. The opinions expressed on this live stream are those of the hosts, right? And not the management, not the moderators, right? It's like, poor Ronnie. Ronnie's got to hear so much garbage on here. I'm surprised he hasn't written me. Rosie, I never signed up for this crap, right? Where's all the drama, fighting, and everything like that? I worry. I mean, we all got kids. We got grandkids, right? So we worry about the shape of the world. We worry about how we ever crawl out from under such a big debt mountain if interest rates start their upward course. Who knows where it could go, right? Thank you, James. You never know what Ronnie's thinking over there. He might be thinking about the Sheboygan bratwurst right now. Who knows? I don't know. Right? Nice, spicy, extra hot Sheboygan brats tonight. I'm the guy who lives in a beautiful area for meat up there, Wisconsin, and Green Bay, and Kenosha, Milwaukee. Right, Sheboygan. Yeah, these are only the opinions of YouTube creator, Rosa. That's it. That's it. Thank you. We got the double disclaimers. Because I don't want anybody to ever feel like I have the answer. I only have thoughts, that's all. I only have thoughts in my head. And my thought goes, in January of 2022, the market hit a peak there of 36,800 on the Dow. We spent the next year and a half struggling to get back to that, to surpass that old high. Well, if you don't make it, the implications are very severe, and they're going to be all concentrated on the downside. That's all I'm going to say. To expect the most overpriced stuff in the history of the world to get more overpriced is, there's some point where it doesn't happen. The greater fool theory kicks in. Well, you have to go back and watch, Rhonda. I can't redo an hour and 7 minutes, honey, but I hope you're well. What the hell is this girl doing? How you doing, Bunky? We're just talking interest rates and the state of debt, what's going on in China. How you doing, Brian? What's going on in Russia? Of course, there's a turn to want to be more militant when all this stuff comes down. But, you really cross some dangerous thresholds when you put major power against major power. Then somebody might get an itchy finger, right? I mean, if I'm Russia, I got to sooner or later recognize I'm not making any headway in this Ukraine war at all. This puts me at risk. My stability, my country's at risk now. I got the most to lose. So it's a very hard war to sell at home. It just doesn't sell well. It's not like Pearl Harbor. Right? It's bad on a par of selling the Vietnamese War. I mean, it's starts gung ho, and then you just start to have a lot of questioning. Yeah, I think he tremendously miscalculated. I think he miscalculated the extent that he thought the rest of the world. Well, I think his big mistake was when they took Crimea, the Crimean Peninsula, and nobody peeped in the West, and he felt very emboldened. Right, and I think that was a big mistake. I don't want a replay of the Crimean War over there. The only good thing that came out of that was the birth of the Red Cross. That was about it. And the charge of the Light Brigade. Cannons to the left of me, cannons to the right. Onward, road to 600s, into the valley of death. I have a good detail. Oh, good. Okay, I'm glad. See, that's what I like to hear. Because James is very entertaining and flying the friendly skies. You can see our cars are starting to adopt a militaristic look now with olive drab and battleship gray, and we're moving away from fancy paints. We're starting to move towards some notion of stability and militancy here. We love James's stories. We look at anybody's stories. Ooh, 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 doo, 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 doo. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, I got my Mazda Miata. Ooh. One also has to think about the effect. One also has to think about the possibility of destabilization in China, vis-a-vis Taiwan too. Oh yeah, not. I never. It's not like the best time to go deep in there, and I don't know. I don't know. I haven't eaten yet. Hey Tio, how you doing? So if you got money, just keep it in the bank. You're doing good. She has to go. But do you get the sense, Brian? I'm very plugged into China all the time because of people I know and also the news flow. You get the sense that they've just been gradually tilting over towards the old authoritarian regimes, right? You can't identify any business leaders there now. Right? You can't identify anything that's coming out in the way of entertainment, right? Everybody's keeping their head down because it's like whack-a-mole. If you look like you're doing well, wham, okay? All they're going to have to do is empower people to start going after other people, right? Because we all know when the stuff hits the fan, we need scapegoats. We need people to blame. Ooh, those rich developers that put up these apartment buildings like made of tofu and stuff. They all crumble and fall apart. They're all corruption and substandard crap. Yeah, it's knocking out all the top leadership and stuff. You're just setting. I mean, I'm not going to be surprised, Brian. And you guys are going to say that day Rosie was right when they start popping out in the green mouse suits. Right. Yeah, he does. He does hold a foundational position in here, our Anton. When you start to see the little mouse suits and you start to see the red books come out. Because who's the people that are going to be militarized in that society? Who are the people that have time on their hands right now? Right. Who are the people that want a taste of the pie? It's all the tens of millions of people that are graduating from colleges now, having busted their scrotums to get great grades and stuff. They ain't gonna get anything. And I can see exactly where the Chinese will pit those young people against property developers, bankers, all that kind of stuff. The mucks, the movie stars, the high living in the restaurants. You don't see that anymore. That stuff was all over. It's amazing how things change. Yeah, Anton enjoys being at center of attention. He's all good with you. He don't care. We affirm his value. Yeah, that'll be nice, James. I hope that holds to when I'm coming down over Labor Day, because I'm rolling in, I'm hot balling into Vegas with no AC. I think it's far greater. Yeah, I think absolutely the risk from China, from Russia is much greater. Russia's the one that has their face on the line right now. Right? They're weakening. They've had to devalue the ruble. They're having to raise interest rates. They're choking their own. Yeah, the train office is open now. They're choking their own economy here. So higher interest rates are a phenomena across everywhere except China, who just aggressively cut rates yesterday. But they're not that high anyway. Amanda. You better check yourself, woman. All right, are we charging? Of course we're not. Nothing ever works here. 68%. Oh, that sucks. What is this thing all bollocksed up here? I got very smart people in here. So that updates a lot. A lot of people have been asking me. We haven't talked about what's going on in the world in quite a while. So the main takeaway: I don't see any indication that interest rates have stopped their propensity to rise. If anything, we could very well see an acceleration. And as I said before, it's not going to be because of inflation. And this is the thing that most of the people are still looking the wrong way. I think the big overpaid analysts in there, they're still playing the inflation game. I'm playing the bad debt game. Like interest rates go up because the risk in the system is rising. Right? Not because of inflation, but because the systemic risk is rising. Okay, you're not hearing that from anywhere, but we're just at that tipping point. Days like today, retail sales just nudged up a little bit because of back to school, and it must be inflation. No, it's because of too much debt, not enough money. The U.S. has to compete just like everybody else. Yeah, I think that they'll follow whatever the 30-day rate is. Right now it's at 5.28%. Yeah, there's not enough money to go. Right? We have a real cash crisis coming up here. And there's no reason it would resolve itself. The M2 money supply has done something that is not done since the depths of the Great Depression, and that is contract. That's only happened 4 times in the last 100 years. We've had an inverted yield curve for the better part of really beginning in August of 2019, and was presaged the decline of the market back then, the pandemic. I remember talking about that in 2019. We have 5.28% for 30-day money, and we've got 4.22 for 10-year money. That indicates nothing except a tremendous shortage of money. Yeah, it's got to change, Hobotron, because it's caused too many too many aberrations within the economy. There's too many things that are going to be uneconomical at normalized interest rates. They won't be able to survive. Replacing inventory at 8-9% compared to 3%. Right? A lot of jobs will be lost. We have a very service-based economy, and services for the most part are a luxury. You don't need services to survive. They just make life better. I'm not talking about medical care, but even medical care. You think we can continue throwing the amounts of money at Medicare and state-of-the-art medical equipment and stuff like that? Really? Interest rate, how long now? Yeah, it'd be too much of a loss on the home. And what I was saying earlier, Dave, that's all really good until you have people that are what I call the weak hands in the housing market. That's those people that bought in the last couple years, 2 or 3, have a good interest rate, have leveraged, hey Cindy, have leveraged their lives. They don't want to give up that home with the interest rate, but here's the deal. Suppose you lose your job. Right? You can't walk into a bank and say, well, you guys just hold off until I get a job again or whatever. You know, and I'll come up with your $2,900 or $3,200 a month payment or whatever. The bank's going to tell you, we're not going to wait around for that. Right? We're going to take your house while we can, while the market's strong, and we're going to pop that baby onto the market. Now, the demand is not going to be there for the next marginal buyer because he can't take on an 8% mortgage. So what's going to happen to the capital value of the house? It's always what happens at the margin. It always controls the market anyway. Nice to see you, Cindy. So we moved from a period where people feel very smug that they don't have to sell to a time where they're forced to sell. Honey, I hate to tell you, I got canned today. And what are the implications? Well, we now lost half of our income. Now you're a loser. I got to carry you along now. Right? We're not going to be able to make the house payment and the payment on the Audi RX-8. We're not going to make the payment on my Beamer. Right? We got furniture. The kids are in school. What about their tuitions and stuff? Like dominoes, they start to topple over. We're more leveraged than we were in the 1920s. We have over $1 trillion just in credit card debt. And we know banks are starting to pull credit. Oh, ooh. I got a new Sony portable speaker to listen to you well. Oh, nice, Kelly. I'm so mad. Right, I left my van unlocked one night in that parking lot, and somebody took my glasses and they took my Sony speaker right down. Took that Sony speaker right down to the pawn shop and got a big $15 for it or something. Luckily, I still got the JBL that Craig sent me, so. Yeah, I didn't even talk tonight about the role of drugs and drug abuse and just I'm thinking when I moved here in '98, what a rarity it was. And now we have so many zombies. Yeah, they got a dime bag for it. I mean, what am I gonna do? They got a couple squares of Fent. What's the new one now? It's called Zoom or something. Zoom. I mean, you see these people walking around. I mean, back in the 70s, I might have thought people could get better if they got all whacked up in drugs and stuff. Now I see people walking around and I know their brains are never going to be right again. Their minds are never going to be in the right place. What do I know about the Audi SQA? I just know it looks damn good, man. That's all I know. Hey, Lee. Cap with gone. Yeah, exactly. How you doing, Lee? Yeah, lest I leave anything out of the equation here. Yeah, I mean, that's what I got to say about the Audis. I see more Audis. They must really be, they're really the car of choice. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, Lee. I'm recovering pretty well. I'm hoping by next Tuesday, which will be 1 month mark, I'll be feeling pretty up to snuff. I've been surprised how up and down this thing is. You know, late this morning, I just felt terrible. I think as you get older, it becomes more difficult to have easy recoveries. I get very spoiled all my life. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, we're not spring chickens anymore. But I'm doing okay, but you know, I can tell. But I'm back walking 1 or 2 times. You know, yeah, I think just taking things easy. I think 1 more week and I'll be good. One more week and it'll be good. God have faith. Thank you, PC. Feeling pretty good. Celebrate good times. Come on. Do, 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 do. Oh, all right, let's get moving. I got to get the oil changed. Yeah, we're going to be hotballing to Vegas. Go ahead. Don't let me slow you down. There you go. Good deal. Get that big old Cherokee, baby. That trip starts with 3 nights in LA. And then I'll go into Vegas. I'll just have some pre-recorded stuff, some shorties or stuff. I'm going to take 3 days off. And then we roll into Vegas on September 1st. I believe that is I don't know, what, the Friday? So maybe we'll hit First Friday, I don't know. I love First Fridays, I think they're really fun. And then Saturday I begin work at the church. Sunday I'm off. might check out put down my sports bets for the season. Get my college football underway. With my long bets on the Heisman Trophy winner and stuff like that. I'm going to put a few bucks down on Michael Penix for the Washington Huskies. Don't like it. They always get overshadowed by Alabama and Georgia and Michigan, Ohio State. Those four suck up most of the oxygen. Florida State should be good. Clemson's going to be good. All right, let's keep pulling out. There you go. It smells like sewers around here lately. They let up an explosion in this sewer today to clear it, I guess. The loudest explosion I ever heard in the hood. I could not believe how loud it was. I thought the Rancho was going to be lifted off of its foundations. I don't know where the bike riders are tonight. Tough guy. Ooh, 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 ooh. Man, that store is so expensive. Yeah, wait till I get to Vegas, Skunk. I got to put down a whole new repertoire of reviews because I'm at the very southern end of the strip. All the way down at South Point. So it's going to be a whole different set of reviews. Since I'm going to be working, I'm going to have to put a lot more emphasis on food reviews and stuff. I know Kelly wants me to go to the T-Mobile arena, so we'll see if we can talk Mr. Z into that. She's bought and paid for that visit. I also like to get a good location to check out that sphere a little better. It's really in an awkward place to try to walk around and look at it. So they're talking about getting up on the parking garage someplace. Somebody did a YouTube short and told you the best place to look at the sphere where you could park. And I don't think it costs any money to park. Not money's an issue with me, but I'm just saying. Celebrate good times. Come on, do 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 do. Surprised we didn't see the bikers tonight. I don't know where they're hiding. I don't know. No, Hugo's cellar was terrible. I did a review on shorts. I'm not paying $65 for a steak. all of my stuff, skunk, is like, you know that it's all low ender stuff, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna go. I don't put the money into high-end places. I don't need it. No, I don't have any issue with bed. Never, luckily, knock on wood, I've never had an issue with bed bugs. And I hope that continues. I hope. Hard to believe, as much as I've traveled, that I never really had to beg. The only one I knew, it was the boss and Janet down at the Alexa Park Motel in San Francisco back in 2011. Well, look, Skunk, I mean, you and I are on two totally different planes, okay? I mean, we're not even remotely economically connected. I don't have a pool. I don't go to Pebble Beach. Right? It is what it is. I'm just content to be a schlub. My dog has fleas. Happy to be a schlub in a mug. Pete's coffee. Man, that is rough coffee. Too strong. Man, whatever happened to just smooth, silky smooth coffee? That's why I like Dunkin', and Callie Mo sent me the 8 o'clock. That's good. We don't need no fancy pants. Let's try to hit one of these stop signs. We usually blow through these things all the time. Really a bad place to have a stop sign. There's really no point to it. I don't know. So we've got homeless hanging out. What's going on? Oh, we got all of the homeless place over here behind here. Tons and tons of homeless in there. I guess just come camp out at our county offices out here. Oh, okay. Don't mind if I do. Thank you. Right, it's called the path of least resistance. Boy, that's really a rough looking building right there. Stop sign doing there? It's a little dinky road. Oh, maybe because of the junior college. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm weebling and I'm wobbling, but I don't fall down. Weebles, weebles. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. This guy's going to be mad at the outer lane because I came rolling in. Oh, well. Right-hand turn takes precedence. Hello, Huck. How are you? Yeah, I saw that story, James. That really surprised me, the hotels that were listed. Which I could see if it was like the Oasis where I stay, or the Gold Spike, or the shitbag motels I stay in. I could understand, but Mine have always been like super duper clean. I was really surprised, so, I don't know. You know better than I, James. I think a lot of it has to inadequate staffing. I sort of suspect. Hey, Tina, doing good. I sort of suspect that there's going to be a labor actions coming up. I think that the International Culinary Workers Union and them are going to start housekeeping. They're going to start a labor action. Smell the beef, baby. Smell the beef. Ooh. Yeah, that's more the places Skunk Ape stays than me. That's his dealio. We're lucky we don't have a big line, but now they have to have a security guard here. Because of the hamburger wars. I hope we're charging. Yeah, it appears we're charging. So I don't know. I'm not surprised. I don't know if housekeeping's gotten a good raise. I have no idea. Right? But some of those hotels on the weekend are 3-4 bills a night, like the Venetian and stuff like that. So I feel happy with my dump down there that I never got bed bugs or anything. Because let me tell you, I stayed with some very, very sketchy people. Yeah, we're in and out tonight. We've got Shamay's in and out card still loaded, so we're going to keep using that. Enjoy that. Thank you, Shamay. I judge the value to be very good here. Plus, I didn't really feel, I don't know, I didn't feel like cooking tonight. I'm sore as can be tonight. I just don't feel like cooking. Some days I feel like I've slid backwards a week. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, chick. It doesn't seem to be a factor. Right? Yeah, I'm taking it easy, Kelly. Thank you. It just goes to show you, hey, PC, it just goes to show you even the highest caliber of payers, I can say never get the honeymoon suite, especially if the sheets are crisp. Yeah, well, I don't know about that. I guess I'll give that no comment on that. Because Vegas had a report, the health department identified, I don't know, it's 4 or 5 strip hotels, some pretty big names that had some bed bug issues down there. Which kind of surprised people, because I could understand if it was like downtown and stuff, but it was up on the strip. So that's why we're talking about that. Yeah, don't let the bed bugs bite. Plus, I think the hotels have had it so good the last 2 years. I think that they're just coasting on stuff. I think things are going to tighten up for them, based on the performance of wind stock over the last week or two. Something's in the wind. Just wonder who's bringing the bed bugs in. I'm inclined to think it might be people from overseas. I don't know. Oh, the nugget's kind of nice. I think the nuggets are. What do we don't have any? Oh, we do have an order taker here. I think the nugget's nice. It just, I don't know. It's too tight in there now. They've jammed. It's like Caesar's Palace. They've just jammed too much crap in there. It just feels very. I feel there's. I guess the best way to describe Skunk Ape, the Golden Nugget, is I feel very claustrophobic in the Golden Nugget. Yeah, well, that's a better choice, GE. let me just publicly laugh for Skunk Ape here. Skunk Ape, if I filled out a form for a casino host and credit, honestly, what do you think they would expect from me, huh? I mean, let's keep it really brutally honest, all right? I mean, look at what I'm driving. Dude, I don't even have AC, okay? I'm gonna roll up in this van like the millionaire next door or something. Come on. Come on, dude.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. What can I get you?
Could I get a hamburger with lettuce, tomato, onion, pickles, ketchup, and mustard? No. Yeah, no sauce, please, and French fries. That's it. Yep.
So you get a hamburger, no spread, with onions, ketchup, mustard, and pickles in a fry.
Perfect.
And will you be eating your fries to go?
Yeah, I need it to go.
Right on. It's going to be $6.23.
Okay, thank you very much. I mean, let's be real. I mean, in my play, you know, I've not played anything for the last. My biggest action was on college football. Right? I just haven't thrown down. Yeah, $6.23, which is great for a really good burger and some fries. Very good value. Look, Noreen, we're in the era of the $15, $16, $17 burger these days, right? I mean, good Lord. We used to get out of here for like $5.27 or something like that. When I first came, the burgers were $2.65 and now they're $3.25, which is still a great deal. It's a great burger. They do something really good with the meat. I see people, I don't know, Skunk. I mean, casinos can pretty much pick and choose, right? The last 2 years, people have been throwing money at them. This guy must be ordering like 10,000 items. Say $87.50. Here, roll the boo. I just hit the curb. I feel like I'm on a Disney ride every time I come in here, like it's a small world. It's a world of laughter, a world of fun. Do 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 do. Every time we are near, it's a small world after all. Where did you make your money in, Skunk Ape? Nice thing about California, the gift cards never expire. Mind the curb, Richard. You always give me that look like, is that all you're gonna order? Is that it? Yeah, I still remember vividly my time at the 1964 World's Fair when they introduced the Small World. Hey, June. Yes, I love that. Keeping Up Appearances with Patricia Heaton. I was quite taken with Onslow. He really made the show. Onslow. Poor Richard, huh? It's all for the show. Yeah, Patricia Rutledge. I was thinking Patricia Heaton was on Raymond. Wrong Patricia, yeah. Patricia Rutledge. Gosh, I can't remember the last time I went to a McDonald's. Little real estate minority partner in a sailboat business, a piece of a car dealership. Well, it sounds like you're all set. Gosh, guys, when's the last time I rolled through a McDonald's? I can't remember. Maybe we got a coffee one night. I have no idea, Nori. How you doing, Seal? All right, take care, Shimei. Be careful stumbling around in the dark there, honey. Love hi. So, hey, how you doing, Chef? Really enjoyed catching up on the streams and stuff. Really been binge watching. I like what you got planned for the add-on part of the trailer there. Maybe you should put some shade, maybe you should put some shade, metal shade things on that side so the morning you don't get blown out of there with the heat. Also, if you guys were, well, I guess you're selling, I don't know, if you guys were to install a fan up in that, where that AC unit is, it might help keep it so that thermocouple doesn't cut in and cut off the compressor. So I know you guys have been really hot down there. Yeah, I was going back and watching the cooking, the steak and the baguettes and the stew. It's good to see Al on there. Yeah, look, the beauty about a fan, it hardly draws anything at all. Yeah, I'm surprised it's not up to like a 75 or 100 amp service there. Yeah, I'm having a hamburger and some fries tonight. I'm blowing the budget. Guy, look, is that all? Yeah, that'll do me. No, they don't have Happy Meals at In-N-Out Seal. I'm 50 and ringing that. Yeah, I don't know. I think they're top cutting you on the power bill. I think somebody's top slicing and taking a cut off. I don't know. Especially if you're paying a sub bill, they might be dinging you with a distribution charge or something. Wow, June. I would defecate my pants if I paid anywhere near $10 for food. To me, $6 is good. 13, there you go. I don't like it when you have a redistribution company that gets involved between, say, TEPCO, TICO, I mean, and the user. I guess you're on TICO, I don't know. How you doing, Cheryl? Oh, good. Put your feet up and relax a little bit. I'm just getting a burger and fries tonight. Go back, have a couple beers, and enjoy them. Every month it goes up since I don't like they handle it. They buy bulk. Yeah, I think that they're hitting you with the distribution from Wichita Cooperative. Yeah, it sounds a little fishy. How you doing, Cindy? It sounds a little sus. I don't like redistribution. You have to find out how many kilowatts you're using a month and then see if you can compare that to TICO's power rates. Then you'll be able to know if somebody's sticking it to you. 300 a month is excessive. Now I don't know what your insulation is and all that. Hey Icy, how you doing? So I think they're taking a cut on top of it. Buying in bulk and then charging full retail. I guess it's not a resident-owned park. Oh, well, there you go. Well, did I understand right, Shay, that you have it up for sale anyway? Or it's sold or something? What are you guys looking to move into? Yeah, I don't like, I really don't like the sauce. Yeah, I can see they're cutting the grass. I can understand the 120 a month. I mean, that's not totally outrageous. It took it off market. Okay, good deal. What would you like to move into if you could? Are you looking for an RV? Or are you looking for another trailer? Yeah, even with Bird, I managed to beat the electric bill down to about 180, which ain't bad. Because we were getting, before I changed out all the LEDs and stuff, it was going insane. Plus, one time the pump was running all the time. That's $50 just to run that thing for a week. Back home. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you guys would be happy in an RV because the bathrooms are really problematic. Yeah, I think back in the house would be good. Oh, the LEDs cut my power by about 40%. Then I got myself on an even payment plan that I pay the same every month. So I pay a little more in summer. That way I'm get a little bit of a credit in winter. Because last year they really stuck it to us. Yeah, thank you, June. Last year they really stuck it to us on gas. The cost of gas last winter. Yeah, we don't have anybody gun-toting today, Seal Hater, but I'll tell you, I had the biggest explosion in the neighborhood I ever heard. They were doing vacuum cleaning of the sewer lines, and I guess they had a fossilized turd ball in there, and they actually put explosive down there to clear it. Man, I never heard something. Yeah, gas. Yeah, we're on natural gas. PG&F. Pacific Gas and EFT is the new nickname for it. Our rates are so high because they have to pay off all the crap that happened with the fires and everything. Yeah, propane. Yeah, it's really hard these days. Hello.
How are you doing today?
Good.
All right, so I have a hamburger, no spicy onions, ketchup, mustard, pickle, and a fry.
Thank you.
That's going to be $6.23.
623 ain't bad. Right in the wheelhouse. Yeah, remember they used to be higher in here. Well, now we have a second one in town, Cheryl, on Santa Rosa Avenue. So,
All right, here you are.
thank you.
Have a nice day.
Let's see, we've got 1077 left on the card, which is all right. We'll be able to get one more go through. Almost two more go throughs here. Yeah, Seal, I never heard an explosion that loud. It just really rattled me today. I thought somebody put like 10 M80s together and lit them. Well, we were going to paint the outside in front of it. Make it standard. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, there's great possibilities for that. Plus, I like your lot that you're on. I don't know what the lot rent is there or anything like that, but I don't know if you buy it or I don't know what the deal is there. Some places you can buy your lot. Other places it's lot rent you pay every month. It just depends what the park is. Most of the parks around Santa Rosa are all you pay rent. Okay, take care. All right, you have a good night, Amanda. Good to see you, sweetie. Most of the stuff you pay a monthly rental pad. I don't know, but we pay HO. Yeah, I think the 120 is not, to me, that's not a super huge issue. The electric's a big issue. Now, you'll be better in winter time. You'll make it up.
Did you have a fry and a hamburger?
I do.
You did?
Thank you. Could I get some ketchup, please? Ketchup.
What was that?
Ketchup, please.
Right on. Sean, that was the order that got messed up.
Thank you. They have good ketchup here. Right now the crowd's coming in here. But they're not out blocking the roads. Still a very good value. I mean, I think it's the greatest value. Yeah, yes, not too bad. Luckily in California for taxes we have Prop 13. So your property tax is always billed at 1% of the purchase price plus whatever bonds you choose to approve and all that. So my property tax is ridiculously low here. That's the beauty that's Prop 13. No, anybody that buys steps up to the 1% rate. And also, if I move to certain counties in California, I can take my tax break with me. It applies to anybody that buys. Proposition 13 will enforce. A lot of people want to overturn it, politicians and stuff. They want to start jacking up the what? Thank you, Harold Jarvis. Yeah, pools end up being a real pain. Yeah, when I was talking to Jory about it a few years ago, yeah, I was pretty hot on the idea. But honest to goodness, I like the climate so much here that I kind of nixed that idea. I thought, well, if I want to go down to Florida and I want to just enjoy winter, well, I'll pay up a little bit for it, right? I thought, what the heck, if I want to go to Florida, well, I'll pay the price. It's very nice in winter time, beginning in late October. So you'll make it up in air conditioning, and Yeah, what about the hurricane insurance? What about that? Are you able to get insurance through the association? Yeah. I don't know if your association cooperatively buys it or not. Or they're putting themselves as the middleman again on that. I don't know. Anyway, I think my big take is I enjoy seeing your videos. I love your flashback videos. I can't wait to start cooking. Doing some cooking videos. You used to make that, what's the name of that stuff, like a golfer's name, Jack, I don't know, Arnold Palmer or something. There was some kind of stew that's famous in Ohio. I can't remember the name of it. Bells are ringing in St. Luke's. Yeah, I probably can. You're probably correct, Cheryl. No, not Brunswick stew. There's a special stew just for Ohio. Shame. It has like a person's name. It's very unusual. So it has meatballs in it and macaroni and all that. I can't remember what the name of it is. Trolls try to get a foothold. The incels. As if we didn't know where they come from. It's like little meatballs and macaroni, and you put it all in a casserole and you put it in the oven. It has cheese on top of it. Man, I wish I could. It's like a real Ohio specialty or something. It's like a Jack Dempsey or I don't know what the hell it is. No, it's not a mulligan stew. You know, you got lots of recipes and stuff. No, it's got some kind of lane, like a sports figure, like a Jim Palmer or Stu, or I don't know what it is. Yeah, Ohio spaghetti or something like that. I don't know. For me, I couldn't stand cheddar on top of spaghetti. It would just be. I only want a red sauce. I don't want anything else. But I know. Jay always had an issue with tomato sauce and stuff. Heartburn and acid reflux or something. Man, I'd drop to my knees in tears if I couldn't have tomato sauce. Man, I'd live for that. Yeah, the red sauce tears you up. Boy, there was nothing like you slicing those summer tomatoes on the in the kitchen there. Them tomatoes. What are we doing, dude? Go ahead, man. Don't let me slow you down. There you go. Yeah, if I couldn't have my red sauce, I would be like, oh. Ooh. Luckily, it doesn't tear me up. The only thing I wouldn't recommend is an ice cream sandwich on top of shrimp or seafood. That'll clear out your bowels. Yeah, I had to give him the old goat head. The dude had a real hankering to get over in the lane to turn. Olive oil, roasted peppers, and plum maters, yeah. I love corn on the cob. I had two really nice corns today. Safeway has the corn for $1 starting Wednesday. Yeah, Johnny Marzetti, thank you. That's it. Yeah, you're from Ohio, James. Yes, Johnny Marzetti. Hey, Pete. Yes. Shay made Johnny Marzetti. Yes. That's it. That's the real Ohio specialty. Hey, Charlotte, how you doing, beautiful? Yeah, Johnny Marzetti. Wow, you ought to do a video on that, Charlotte. Show me a Johnny Marzetti. Yeah, the Johnny Marzetti, that was it. Now that's like a real Ohio specialty, isn't it? Started in Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, one of my favorite cities. Yeah, right on, Charlotte. Doggone, there it is. Charlotte would know. please send your sister my regards. Yeah, there might be a jarred sauce called Marzetti. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's always good to see Charlotte. Yeah, Johnny Marzetti. It's like it had ground beef and noodle and cheddar. Remember, yeah, it's probably a lot of variations. Yeah, Charlotte's, she's a Buckeye. She does it up, and I got tons of people from Ohio. Tons of people. Ohio is a great state. Imagine there's so many football teams: Miami of Ohio, Ohio University, Ohio State, Cincinnati, Bearcats. I mean, just on and on and on. Toledo, Rockets, Kent State, Golden Flash. So many teams. Yeah, it counts. I mean, there's a lot to like in Ohio. I made good money on the Toledo Rockets. Really good. They were a consistent money maker for me. That quarterback was unbelievable. Unbelievably good. Just keep cupcake on the charger there. Oh, I gotta pee like a racehorse. Johnny Marzetti. Yeah, Dayton, Ohio. Yay. Cool town. That's a state I want to spend a lot of time in. It's Ohio. A lot of history there. A lot of presidents. Warren G. Harding. On and on. Got to put the trash on. Yeah, I miss you guys. Shay was in Aurora, which was a pretty cool town. You sang the Ohio song? That's cool. This place is a mess. I'm not able to clean anything. Look at this. It's embarrassing. Hello, bird. Hello, blackbird. Oh, yeah, you saw Charlotte. I met Charlotte and her sisters down there. Wonderful, wonderful people. Blessed to meet people like that.
They're not left. The other side. It's Rachel.
Let's see, I got something special for Cheryl S. today. You're going to love it. Oh, man, they love that thing. Isn't that cute? Janet sent me that. It's the greatest card I ever got in my life. I don't know. The kiddies will be around. It's still early, guys. We're going to have a beer. I'm not going to eat right now. We're going to have a beer. Oh, beer and peanuts. How was your day, Blackbird?
Huh?
Good day today?
Good day, yes.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to my
Right. You can say any pops over here, sign on the thing, go for it. I kind of started because you probably didn't know where I came out of. Like, yeah, right? Chasing. My price. We should have told him. Let's start over. Let's see if we can catch like this guy. have, what happened?
Yeah, who could forget Johnny Marzetti? Right, just the name itself is really cool. Right. Ooh, I hope those batteries last a long time. Isn't that thing just the coolest? So I don't know where the cats will be around. It's still early. It's a celebration.
We did that before. They said, oh, the fine is 200.
Celebrate.
Okay, so in my hand, if you went to the pay for it, so whatever. Well, like, you know, how about
My favorite time of night. I'm headed out. Good night, Noreen. Thank you for coming by. Have a good night. Another couple months we'll retire this kitchen stadium. We'll gut what we can from it. And we'll put up the brand spanking new one. I know exactly how to set this baby up to withstand anything. Oh, that first beer is amazing. What's your plan? Thank you, Alan. $10 from Alan. My plan is to get close to the rainy season and then put up the new kitchen stadium, which Cindy Russo sent me. You can see it in the box. Box right there. I don't know what Bird's all animated about tonight. I don't know. Sipping on a Stella.
Now, you can do whatever. Right?
Yeah, as the sun goes down on the Rancho here. Still no way I can pick apples back there. Hey GTB, how are you? It's beautiful. It cooled off. It's probably 80 degrees. Yeah, I can't believe August we lose the most sunlight in a day, in a month. We lose like a half hour. See, I use good wire, hookup wire. That stuff is strong as can be. The trick is you need to have this thing suspended, and then it kind of floats with the wind. And all four corners have to be tied off. Trust and believe. I know exactly how to put this thing up. Because you know in wintertime it blows hard here and rain. Hey Ted, 104 here today. Paracord rotted, that's what I used before. The sun hits that stuff day after day and it just rots out. You use sheathed electric wire, ain't nothing gonna happen to that. I have like 12 gauge wire. Celebrate good time. I bought tickets for the game today. It's almost the same seats as we had before. Section 121, row 10. Johnny Marzetti, yeah, that's a real staple.
That motherfucker ran away.
Ah.
SpongeBob thing, all like,
He's got to put YouTube Studio into his phone.
Vader's running away.
I've told him like 10 times, install YouTube Studio.
Talking all that shit. Oh, you gotta give me $1. You know what? Fuck you. I'm from here. I grew up. Been around way before you were over here, standing on the corner and back up the
Bird, are you live?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's a funny kid. So,
I was hoping he wasn't talking to the air or whatever. Cheers, everybody.
like this, right? And then
Yeah, I've multiple times I said let's go ahead and but
Darth Vader.
good nuts. Johnny Marzetti. Let me get the other phone. I wanna look this up. Every time I go to start it, the phone's dead because it needs a charge. Let's plug this in for a minute. We got 82% charge over here. Let's let that go a minute. Johnny Marzetti. The boss must know, he grew up in Ohio. I think he grew up in Nazarene or something like that. Charlotte. He had to have a guy come out and help set it up. Multiple visits. It's a far cry from the days of just a goldfish. Isn't that crazy? I mean, I looked underneath, you could use that as a set for the next remake of Aliens, that all that control panel. It's like the water goes in here, then it goes over here, then it goes in the bacteria block, and then it moves over to the overflow. So I guess it's set up. It maintains the same level of water. There's baby socks. Let me feed the cats tonight. Celebrate good times. Come on. to empty out that trash can. We got this Patricia Wakefield sent for under 1 year old. Let's see, these things are like impossible to open. That's the worst part of it. All right, hold on a minute. Tiger, I see you creeping around. That's your kittens, you doofus. Liking that, huh? You liking that? You liking that? That's a win. That is a winner. Look at that, huh? Yes, on the USS Missouri is where the Japanese surrendered, thus ending the war in the Pacific. Mighty Mo. Then I think the Missouri was refitted and it actually saw battle in saw duty in the Gulf War. Ooh. Exactly it. I think they repurposed it and put it into the Gulf War, as I remember. All right, let's see what we got here. We're going to be able to start. Let's see. I want to see what this Johnny Marzetti looks like. There's little cats peeping. Tiger's like, oh, that's deliscable. Hey, Bliss Bliss. Yeah. Yes, I was in the mothball for yeah, I remember the boss sent me pictures. He even saw his old tub go by the Roanoke, the Polar Express. That's like a huge battleship when one of those battleship class boats goes by. Holy smokes. Okay. Thank you, Bliss. Bliss. I'm glad you enjoy the commentary. I get a lot of requests, but I don't do it every day 'cause people just want to hang out, you know. Baby Socks is running around with the baby cats. Tiger's got a good appetite for that. He's eating away like there's no tomorrow over there. All right, let's see. Opening apps, optimizing apps. Let's see what we got. Johnny Marzetti. The boss must have had that a few times growing up. Yeah, I'm feeling better. I was feeling pretty lousy late this morning. Let's see something here. I'm just trying to look at. Hey, Lois, thank you. I'm trying to look like Johnny Marzetti here. Let's see. Johnny. Doggone keyboard won't open. Johnny Marzetti. Let's see, images. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. That's what it looks like. Pasta, hamburger, and red sauce. It looks pretty good. 1 pound macaroni, 1 tablespoon olive, 1 yellow onion, 1 green pepper, 8 ounces of chopped mushrooms. Looks like a very rib-sticking meal to me, Charlotte. Wonder how many times the boss got down on some Johnny Marzetti. It's all good. It's all the real deal. Let me go plug this phone into charge. I just wanted to see if the Johnny Marzetti is as I remembered it. Maybe I'll make some one skillet Johnny Marzetti coming up. Celebrate. Man, who wouldn't like that? Right. Oh, Tiger's really going at it. I've never seen a tiger eat so much. What a happy boy. You happy, Tiger? See who loves you. Patricia Wakefield loves me. The sun is going down. I don't use green peppers and mushrooms like it's just out there. Yeah, I wouldn't want green peppers in mine. I don't want peppers in most everything, especially green ones. I just like the name of it. It sounds real Ohio, right? Johnny Marzetti, right? Sounds like a stiff puncher out of Steubenville. Or Sandusky, Ohio. Right. That's where all the stiff punchers came out of. They make them tough in the valley there, the Ohio River Valley. All where West Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania all come together. Right, Charlotte's a tough area. You got the West Virginia Mountaineers. Do I? Yes, I still have the spectrometer, yeah. Yeah, I have the really good one. Telling it's for checking the sugar dissolved potential alcohol. Yeah, let me see if I got it in there. See if we dig it out. Let's see, boss, we haven't had this out in a couple years. The portable refractometer. That's it. There it is. That's what we used to tell the ABV. Potential alcohol by volume. You put a drop right there, close her up, and then look through. That's it. Check your wart. The bricks. Still working good. It's cost me a lot of money at the time. Yeah, isn't that cool? It could tell me about my ferment, how good my ferment was before I ran it. Because the boss would say, I didn't drive all the way up here to boil water. You know, one of his famous bossisms. Refractometer. They use that in vineyards to tell when to harvest the grapes. They look for a certain sugar content in the grape. They'll squish a grape and let the juice run on there. Yeah, DUI. We're not. No, I don't know. I guess you could. Seal, could you salivate on this thing? I'm calling my lawyer. What? My friends are selling their homemade wine. Oh, that's good. That's good, Charlotte. I wonder how Ohio wines are. Boss had some really nice looking Thompson seedless grapes hanging. Plus it makes a really nice shade sitting there too. Yeah, the old moonshine days with the refractometer. I have a simple one too, a little one. Oh, tasty stuff. I'm not really a wine drinker. You're a good painter, Cheryl. Charles, I enjoyed seeing what you're staining the back steps and everything. It's a celebration. Do 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 do. Used to no, I haven't made moonshine in 5 years, maybe. I haven't put the heat to the still in years. I figure better if Bird and I don't start making our own alcohol. we'll be in really we'll be in really serious trouble if we start making some real high powers. Imagine. It's like we'd be really screwed up. Oh, I made so much of that stuff, so much ferment. I got so tired of humping grains around and sugar and you can see all the videos that are up there. My best one, from grains to glass. Tiger, you liked that food, didn't you? You ate like crazy on that. I put down some food up here. They're all happy.
Tiger, where's your friends?
That's what Dwayne said. Yeah. Yeah. Well, if I could reach up with stuff, I would pick them.
We had a couple of examples because he's got colored bodies. Like a little kid, you put the paint on the pig, you spin around.
You know, there's limits to what I'm able to do. I'm just pointing towards Vegas in another week or so.
Oh, we see Spot. Oh, Mama Crow.
You saw Spot?
Mama Crow. Oh my God, look at all your friends. Mama Crow, I love Mama Crow. I'm so happy to see you.
You saw Spot?
Yes.
Did you look healthy or did you look real scraggly?
Very good.
So it must be from another house or something.
Oh, no. Oh, you got to say all right, next time. Oh, Mama Crow. Oh, we get to say
Yeah, I don't know anything. Kelly, I really don't know about Epsom baths, honey. I don't know. I've never really had restless leg syndrome before. See that for $325, you can't beat it. Oh, okay. Oh, I hope that helps you.
I'm so happy to see you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't eat French fries enough to know which one, which place is better.
I'm so happy to
I just know these are very cold, but it's okay. I'm not a French fry person. Boss always hates to hear that. I'm not this. I'm not that. Well, what are you? Mama Crow.
Now's the time you make vibrators, isn't it? We've been waiting all year for you to come say
Yeah, I don't think crows migrate, Bird.
Well, they come around sometimes like a bunch of them, not so much.
I think they like to roost up there in the redwood trees at night. They probably missed that mulberry tree too that was back there. That was until I
They
cut.
missed,
cut.
Ooh. There's so many crows not like they would come every day. Yeah.
That's all we grow here is crows. Mama crow.
So you see, like,
I'm surprised Bird hasn't named them.
I'm guessing 500 crows. Right? That's right here. 3 different swans. Give or take. couple stopped here. Most of them kept going.
Oh, okay. Is it tomorrow your teeth day? Good seeing you too. Hey, Fettis, how are you, sweetie? Good luck tomorrow, Shay. I guess tomorrow is teeth day. I think you'll do fine tomorrow. Charlotte always stays busy. Why don't you try, Kelly, a beer before, like a nice Molson before bed, since you're going to be up peeing anyway. Do you know Patty? Which Patty? Patricia Wakefield? All right, well, good luck, Shay. You'll do fine. No, Cat's got some nice new cat food, though. There's Benji. Patricia, she's very nice. Oh, guess she's back for more food. It's Tiger. Yeah, Patty Benji is very sweet, yes. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, I'm feeling better. Here come the low-rides. Here comes the whole crew. Uh-oh. Look at this. Look at this meanness. I guess we were gonna hump them on up. I don't know. Were we trying to copulate and that went wrong, or what were we doing? We got the, looks like, yeah, it looks like Fanny Kaplan there.
Look at the baby cat. Look, you look like a horse. Let me see.
Yeah, Tiger just tried to hump the socks.
Yeah, I think she's in heat, and I told you we don't want no inbred cats, so don't let him do that.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit.
yeah, I'll jump right in there, bird.
House rules. Please, work with me. Yeah, you. Go find another cat. Cross the street. Don't do that weird shit.
There's Fanny. Fanny's the very courageous one.
Yeah, she's the bold one. It's a he.
He's the bold
It's a
one.
boy. Hey, Ridgeback. Look at.
Yeah, I
Ridgeback.
saw that. How do you explain that?
It's great.
It's weird. I wonder if it's deformed or just hasn't had enough fur.
No, because the ghost, he's a weird cat.
Oh man, I hate that cat. No offense. But
He Blue's father, right? And then all these cats. He handsome. He's missing half his ear. that all started.
You thinking something better here?
The one with the socks, Rosie, it got a circle. It's the coat. It's got like a circle on it. It's
Oh, well, okay. Because I noticed Fanny's the only one with real courage to always step up all the time.
Yeah, that one's gold.
Rosie and Magic don't really, they come later. I think they're hanging over there. They're like around the corner over there.
But I call this one the Ridgeback. That's your pet name. Fanny.
Fanny Kaplan.
I named it Solstice. Pound Pup. We call it Pound Pup too. Hey, Pound Pup, look at your nose, Pound Pup. Look at your nose like
Nothing
that.
like cats that have multiple names.
We just talked about you crap. Pound Pup, Ridgeback. Let me see you.
Man, Fanny's got a good appetite. Look at that, going to town there. You got real good food tonight. Thank you, Patricia Wakefield.
Yes. Oh my God, she saved me.
You don't like French fries, do you?
Yeah, they like French fries.
How about that?
Not a whole lot. Don't eat what
It's really weird.
isn't it? You better watch your diet.
Did you go to the new In-N-Out on Santa Rosa Avenue?
I did. I went late.
Did it still?
Like 1
Did it?
o'clock in the morning.
Did it
It was
still?
open.
Did it have a line when you went?
I went. It just opened. It was like the couple days into it, but it opened. I thought it would take longer, but yeah, it did. Rosie, I moved in all the furniture and the stainless steel and the air conditioning. It was so cool because they had a lift, and I got to, you know, strap it down and wrap it around and go lift it up, put it on the roof, and I got to meet the guys. that
Well, that's
worked
cool.
on that thing, so it was really cool.
That's cool.
And I was all like, right? It was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe we have two in town.
And the one guy, he gave me something to eat. Really nice guys. So it was a good crew. And I couldn't believe how nice it was because, you know.
How was the quality of the food? Was it good?
course.
Typical In-N-Out.
Yeah.
Sometimes I worry when they expand. Like I don't want to go too soon because the people are still getting used to cooking and
Yeah, it was
Doing
really
all that.
good. And they were nice and like In-N-Out rules.
that's cool.
I think out of all the burger fast foods, it's probably the best one. I
It's the best.
McDonald's, but
For the price, it's the best
it's the
hamburger of
best
all.
one.
The meat is
If
good.
you could go to Five Guys. You know,
Yeah, but it's too big. Five Guys just gives you.
it is, and they cook it in a peanut oil.
Yeah,
or
I
something.
don't like Five Guys. Yeah, people had a real attitude over it.
And we got Super Burgers.
Yeah, that's expensive. Boss really liked Super Burger when it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the boss really liked Super Burger.
Oh, hello, little planet.
So Janet, we're in basically the same place for the game we were last time. Yeah, Five Guys, unless you ask for the small, you're going to be buried under fries and it's going to be expensive. Yeah, here comes Rosie. Yeah, Tiger's really after her. Tiger's really looking to hook up tonight. for socks is going to make sure you pay a heavy price for that. There'll be hell to pay for that. One In-N-Out burger definitely fill you up. Yeah, I don't do it. I like Five Guys. I don't think I ever had a bad Five Guys. Plus, they always use good tomato ketchup too. And they give you plenty of extra. Just a very good feed. One burger will do you. Poor Rosie's hanging out. Oh, I don't know. See you later. I had those White Castle in Vegas, and it was all like gray meat. Hey, Ward. It was like gray meat. Wow, you talk about having bad gas? Oof. Our place downtown was terrible. Always beware of a place that's always hiring. That's my best advice. All right, let's empty out the you guys' favorite trash can. Yeah, I wasn't impressed. I went 2 times to Five Guys. They weren't nice. They were. Yeah, some about 5 guys, right? To get us, you have to especially request a small. The regular burger is ridiculously large. And they give you like 10 pounds of fries and they charge you like $15. I was like, nah, I don't think so. I'll take In-N-Out. That's the proper way that you put a bag in that. Don't forget it, guys. Man, I love that trash can. It keeps things so neat and tidy. Right, now you know how to properly pull a bag, center it, and put it in. You're welcome. Yeah, they'll get there eventually. They'll get there eventually. Eventually. Celebrate good times, come on. Do, 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 do. That was a delicious dinner tonight. Celebrate good times, come on. Oh, yeah, the good times. Do do do. I don't know where the little brats went. Oh, nobody can screw up putting a bag in the trash can. I'll show you how to get it center pointed in. Yeah, I got that from the hospital, the clinic, and just along with the push table over here. Really nice stainless table. It was a good deal. Assuming it's a Red Robin. The only thing I can think of Red Robin's is Janet's disgusting hamburger with the egg on it, like the uncooked egg. That was like the only time I ever threw up, except at the amusement park. Yeah, good night, guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and shut it down too. It's been about 3 hours this evening. And I'm going to try to get some extra rest. So, thank you guys. Please, if you're in, please hit the thumbs up button. And to my moderators, thank you for everything that you do. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I thought Red Robin went out of business. I don't know. No, it wasn't. This was a different time. It was really gross. It was the boss's birthday, and it was like it was horrific. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Good to see you, Charlotte, everybody.